Hey, good evening. Welcome to the movie tree. I'm Daniel.
I'm Sherry.
Josh.
And a late review of Riddick, or as you could say, I guess, pretty much Pitch Black 3, starring Vin Diesel as Riddick, directed by David Twohy, and written by David Twohy and others. Like I said, starring Vin Diesel as Riddick again. And pretty much a bunch of other people that aren't really very known, other than Bokeem Woodbine. And, what's his name? What's his name? The guy from... It's pretty much the bad guy. Oh, Jordi Mola. Yeah, Santana. Huh?
What's his face? The one from The Big Hit and all that.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. That's his name, Bokeem.
Oh, okay.
And,
That's how known he is. That's how known he is. Nobody even knows his name.
But, alright. So, Josh, what's the simple story of Riddick?
Alright, pretty much takes place after the Chronicles of Riddick. And pretty much Riddick is, I guess, the ruler of, I forgot the name of the people.
Oh, the funny part is I thought it was a Munda, but that's from Coming to America.
No, can't remember the name of their little thing. But pretty much he took over because he killed the leader in Chronicles of Riddick. Well, now pretty much he feels like there's something missing from his necromongers, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much he becomes leader of the necromongers, and pretty much everyone feels that he isn't a suitable leader, because the thing is that he does what he wants. He doesn't care what anyone says. And pretty much Riddick is a Furian who comes from the planet Fury, I think. Furia. And so pretty much Riddick is like, oh, I want to go back to my home planet. And pretty much he ends up getting sabotaged and left on this mystery planet, left for dead, and then pretty much he has to survive on the planet.
Yeah, pretty much that's a simple thing. So, I know like it's kind of late already, but oh, never mind. We'll just go into the standard stuff. What did you guys think of the acting in the film?
I thought it was okay for what it was. It wasn't meant to be an Oscar film, so...
I thought it was... I don't know, some actors were better than others. Some of them needed some work.
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of them were like either no-name actors in a way, or some have been in certain films. They're recognizable. But I think for the most part they did okay. This was, I think, was supposed to be like a small film to begin with, so nobody was supposed to be super impressive.
Well, I thought it was funny because they got what's his face to be in it. The one that was from the Asian in Red, and also the Born Supremacy and all that. I forgot his name. He's also the Doctor in Star Trek.
Are you talking about the Karl Urban, the one who played Dredd?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, like they had him reprise his role. And the funny part is too, I wasn't sure if they actually had him reprise his role or if it was like leftover footage from like Chronicles of Riddick.
It was leftover footage, because the thing is though, he looks older than he did in the Chronicles of Riddick.
Oh, that makes sense then. I don't know, like I said, I think everybody did good. Everybody was, they did what they're supposed to do for the film. Obviously, Vin Diesel was supposed to be the star of the film, so he's supposed to be the main focus. What do you think about the writing and directing of the film?
This was okay. I liked it for the most part.
Is it an interesting story at all?
Somewhat. I don't know. I'm having a hard time remembering the whole movie.
Josh?
I thought the writing was okay. I guess like the whole point of this one was that it's supposed to get back to like the beginning of Riddick, pretty much show like how he can survive and everything. because I don't know, they didn't really show that in the other ones.
Yeah, it was funny because it was literally like that phrase, like, "Oh, they caught me slipping." It's literally what he says in the beginning of the film. Like, because the funny part was I was getting kind of bored until, like, obviously, he sets off the beacon. Because before I was just like, this is like the movie Castaway or like Man vs. Wild. Like,
the whole point is to show him regaining his skills back. Because the thing is, though, pretty much, he was supposed to be the most dangerous man, Pretty much he can survive in any situation.
Yeah, I know, I understand that, but at the same time, too, though, it's like, you don't have to show that much, you know what I mean? Obviously, you see him,
The whole point, though, is it's supposed to show how he thinks. Because the thing is, though, pretty much it shows how, pretty much it's, I guess you say, like, Survivor Man and all that. Pretty much it shows how he learns to survive, like how he overcomes and adapts to every situation.
So you're saying that Riddick is more than just a two-dimensional character?
Yep.
I was going to say, I know there's more to the character than, obviously, that they show. But,
So I think it would have been better if it showed Riddick. Like, he's like, oh, it's a good thing I have my trusty Bear Grylls knife to cut this.
Terrible. I never leave my home without it. I never leave my home without it.
But, I don't know, like I said, I think the writing was good. I don't know, it was a good story, but like I said, it's like those first, like, 20 minutes wasn't really appealing to me. I understand what it was supposed to show, but I was like, they could have made it a little shorter. And then, at the same time, too, for the amount of time spent, it's like pretty much been like almost like 8 years or however long after Chronicles of Riddick. I don't know, I figured they would have really, like, sharpened up that story to make it, like, super, like, I don't know, like, give it a lot of meat to it, you know what I mean?
The thing was, though, I think before it was meant to be like a straight-to-DVD movie. I don't think it was really meant for a theatrical release.
No, this one, yeah, it was meant for a theatrical release. They had actually made like a short, and then it was pretty much to sell people on, I guess, producers on making the film for like a big budget film. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. Like I said, I think Pitch Black was a really good story. Like, it was very creative and stuff. And I can still watch the movie, and even if it's just like little parts of it, I'll still end up watching like the whole movie. And I think with this one, it's like I think I would watch it, but it's like it had those elements of it, but then I was just like, well, it's kind of like the movie Pitch Black, just a little more updated with different people. Mm-hmm. But all right, well, I guess we can jump into the spoilers there, so that way I can get into more detail. All right, so it's a spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
And so obviously, if you haven't seen the film, you can take a pause and watch the film and come back and hear our thoughts on the rest of the film. Or if you don't care about spoilers, you can just keep on listening. So push it through. Mm-hmm. So anybody want to spoil anything?
So I think it would have been better if it showed Vin Diesel rebuilding an engine on that planet.
Yeah, with his Corona and yeah.
And then pretty much the bounty hunters show up. So it wasn't hard to find you. So I wasn't hiding.
Yeah. That'd have been funny. Like, if I didn't even make that kind of connection to the film. I should have, because he sets off that beacon where obviously the bounty hunters are going to show up. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that it was funny. Sure. Anything at all?
I did not like the dog part.
She's like, I don't like Riddick.
No, I didn't like the dog part. And then I was reading that he felt especially close to Riddick during that scene because his dog recently passed away in real life. So he was like, oh, man. So, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was like, I thought that was funny. I was like, why would you kill a man's dog? You're just making a country song for yourself.
Pretty much. Somebody kills my dog, coming back for blood.
It's going to be like a movie shooter. It's like, so I don't understand. Those boys killed my dog.
I don't know. I think some of the parts of the movie were kind of cheesy. Like the whole part where they're in the cave and everything. when they pretty much, he sets up the little trap for him. And then pretty much the guy's like, oh man. You know what? I think it would have been better if there wasn't that one guy in the theater who kept laughing at everything.
Oh yeah, there's always somebody who does it.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
It wasn't the problem that he was laughing at anything. It's just a horrible laugh. Horrible.
It's like Sideshow Bob in The Simpsons when he's smoking in the movie theater in the scene where they're parodying Cape Fear. But I don't know. I'm trying to think of the film because it has been. The sad part is it's been like 2 weeks since we've seen it. Mm-hmm. But what was it? I don't know. Like I said, I could have done with a shorter, version of like the first opening, like 15-20 minutes.
So you want them to take that picture from the internet and just have Riddick laying on a bed saying the boob caught me slipping?
Yeah, pretty much. That would have summed it all up.
Selfie and boot caught slipping.
No, like I said, if they did that, then I would like in the first like 2 minutes, I'd be like, oh, I get it now. He's got to get back on his game. But what was it? I don't know. Like I said, it was funny because when the storm comes, I was just like, and then you hear all the stuff rattling around. I was like, is it going to be the same things from Pitch Black?
I thought it was actually. I don't know. I was expecting to see the same monsters. I was like, oh, not quite.
Keith David's going to come out, so help us.
I don't think he's going to come back, considering that he died in the second one.
So you don't know that.
You don't know Keith David. You don't know how he do.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
It's something kind of funny though, because technically they could never bring back any characters from any other ones because they killed them all off.
The funny part is how when you find out who Johns is in the film, and I was laughing because I nudged Sherry and she had no idea who that was.
Nope, not a clue. I was like,
that was Johns from the first film, the bounty hunter who turned out to be a bad guy.
Well, apparently we know that now.
Yeah, I know, but the funny part is at the time you watched Pitch Black like all the time.
No, I don't.
You watch it a good amount.
No, I don't. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
So that's actually me.
Fellow, right? It was the curly-haired fellow, right?
Cole Hauser.
Yeah.
So he was the bad guy in Too Fast, Too Furious.
I know, that's a funny part. What a connection.
He was?
Yeah.
Too fat. Jeez, I was thinking of the last one.
Yes. Too fat, too fierce.
That's why he was furious.
No, the funny part is I didn't even make that connection. I was like, look at that. 2 guys from the franchise. 2 guys in another franchise. But,
I think what they should have done was, like, I think I would have liked it. I think that would have been way too much. Because you know how, like, in that, what was that one show? The Cold Case? You know how, like, sometimes, like, they'll do, like, a little flashback thing where, like, it'll show the person when they were younger and then when they're older. I think they should have done that. Like, when they're... Because when he says, oh, Big Daddy Johns, and, like, I think they should have done, like, a quick, like, flashback and show, like, Johns from the first one and then go back.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. That was the dad, and his son was... So how can they do a flash thing?
I don't know. Just do, like, a little flashback.
Well, I would have done a flashback, yeah, like, that way,
I do the flashback, Rich wasn't dying.
Well, the funny part is, though, the flashback, the way you made it sound was, the flashback was that the dad, Johns, father Johns, was the son, or Johns in Pitch Black. That's what confused me. I was like, that makes no sense. But, yeah, that's what I was thinking, too, though. They could have done that. That would have made more sense to kind of show that little flashback and crap. And so, I don't know, like I said, I figured they would have...
And that one part, though, where that one lady who was a fugitive they had captured and they set her free and then kill her, I think they should have done a flashback to where it shows that, where it reminds him of that one girl from Chronicles of Riddick. Because remember that girl that he liked, how she died? Then they should have done that.
Should have played that song, I guess, Died in Your Arms Tonight. I don't know, like I said, in a way that's kind of a waste, but obviously it was supposed to show how ruthless that character was. I don't know.
I did like that one scene where they had him open up the locker. Remember? It's like, man, change the combination. It's So no, go right ahead. Go ahead.
Thought that was funny. Because that one guy who was in the film, that was also the guy from The Big Hit, right?
Who?
That Bokeem guy. The one who had some...
Yeah.
I was going to say you're going to see him...
doing the hand workout thing.
That was funny, yeah.
I was like, you better get out of town, man.
That would have been funny. But, alright, I don't know. Anything else that anyone wants to spoil, or...
No, I'm good.
I don't know. I thought the ending was kind of cheesy. Because, like, the whole thing where it's like, oh, I got a question to ask you.
I thought that was stupid in the spaceships. I was like, why couldn't they have this conversation on the ground?
Well, because the things were attacking you, remember?
Yeah, but I think at the same time, too, I think it was to be like, oh, did they make it, or whatever, you know? But,
So I'd be like, so what do we tell them? So I would have done the same ending for Pitch Black. So we tell them that Rick died somewhere on that planet.
that's what I was that'd be a good one. But, I don't know, like I said, the movie is pretty upfront. Like, you kind of know where the film is going. You don't see, like, any, like, special, like, twists and turns, you know what I mean? The film was good. It had its moments. Some parts are a little, like Josh said, cheesy. Some parts could have been better. The film could have been a little shorter. But, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say about the movie.
Yeah, it's funny. Is that no one actually risked their life to save him? Because it seems like in the other ones, like, people were, like, willing to die for him. But in this one, no one really was.
I liked how that guy, Johns, actually went back for him. That was good.
So I think it would have been better if one of them died. And then Rick was like, not for me.
That's what I was thinking.
Not for me.
That's what they should have done. That's what he should have said when that guy, that Bokeem guy, was pulled up from the thing.
I don't know. I think Vin Diesel needs to work out a little bit more.
I know, I was thinking the same thing.
Well, because the thing is, though, obviously Riddick was skinny in the first one because that's when he was very young. Mm-hmm. And then the second one, he kind of bulked up a little bit. And then this one, he just went back to being skinny. But, I don't know. I think he should just, like, not overdo it like The Rock, but, you know, we show some muscle mass.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the thing is, though, too, it's like, I think what made it bad was the other bounty hunter, that guy is actually a wrestler, Diaz.
Yeah.
That's like Batista, how they call him in the wrestling world. And so like I said, it's like when you see guys like that, and the guy who's supposed to be the baddest guy on the planet doesn't look as intimidating. I don't know, I think that kind of hurts the character.
Bad. That was bad.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though, is that Riddick he's not supposed to look. You're supposed to underestimate him. And the thing is, though, he's supposed to be like the greatest escape artist, the greatest survivor, and then also the greatest killer.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, too, is like if you're walking around with a sleeveless shirt, you know what I mean? It's like, kind of looks stupid. It's like those guys who wear like the...
They should have got Stone Cold. He's like, that's the bottom line.
Should have had him in the movie. That would have been funny if he was in the movie. I'd be like, oh, this is a great movie. So I'm going to tell you something, John Leonidas. But I don't know. I agree, though, about Vin Diesel. It's like you see him, like, yeah, he does still work out still, you know what I mean? But I don't know, I agree. The guy doesn't look as intimidating as as he's supposed to be, you know? Especially when you see somebody who's a former wrestler in the film.
So as you said, they just got like a bunch of fat people, like out of shape people, just to make them look better.
They got really old people too. It's like they're already like old actors past their prime. Like,
like one guy who just has like this really huge gut. Like, oh, so we can clearly take out Riddick. So I need arrested.
Should have got she got Chris Tucker and.
Jackie Chan. Want to get Jackie Chan in there?
No, I was just saying that she just got Chris Tucker and like a bunch of other guys who, you know. But I don't know.
Why? So Chris Tucker will be there when he sees the dead body. So wipe yourself off. Dead.
Pretty much. No, it's just like, what else am I gonna say about the film? I don't know. I understand he's supposed to be like the greatest escape artist and all that stuff, But at the same time, too, like I said, he's supposed to be he's supposed to be the most dangerous wanted man. Was it? They said he was wanted, he was worth more dead than he was alive. He should have played the Bon Jovi song, too.
Well, the funny part, though, is I figured that they would have actually gone with the video game story. Because the thing is, though, the first video game was Escape from Butcher Bay, and that explains, like, the origins of Riddick.
Yeah, that makes sense. I would go with an origin story. Rather than just like a sequel that, you know. And the funny part is, too, that guy Karl Urban, he's cast the top build in the film, but he's only in like the first 2 minutes of it.
Oh, maybe he was in there longer, but they just cut it.
Well, the funny part is, too, I expected them to come back for him.
So what would you expect if it turned out that this was like a short version of the movie, and generally there's like a 3-hour movie?
That would have been funny. I would have like, what did they do for the next 2 hours? But or what did they cut out? No, I was gonna say though, I'm curious though, because the thing was, I thought that guy was gonna come back for them after he killed the other guys, and they're just like, I forget what the guy tells him right before he leaves.
Oh, you keep what you kill. That's the necromonger way. Mm-hmm. Pretty much, because he supposedly killed Riddick, so he would be the leader of the necromongers.
I don't know. Like I said, I guess.
So why would what's his face come back for him? He didn't even go with them.
I don't know. Like I said, I expected them to come back because I thought after he set off the emergency beacon, I thought they would get it also, and that they would show up. You know, like, oh, that's the planet.
Oh, they get it. It was a mercenary outpost.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying, though. I figured they would have been watching the planet or something. I don't know. That's just me. That's just thinking probably too far into, like, you know, something else. So really, how they should have wrote it. But yeah, I thought like I said, I thought it was going to be them showing up, and then it was going to be the bounty hunters or the mercenaries, and then it would just been like a standoff, like who's going to kill Riddick first. You know what I mean? But obviously, John's wanting him alive so you can hear the story as to what happened, you know, on the other planet. Which I thought was pretty good. I thought that was, like, a good idea. Like, yeah, that makes sense. He wants to know what happened.
So I had it to where Riddick tells that one lady, so would you die for them? So yes, I would, Riddick. I would die for them.
And then the lady who's supposed to be, I thought she was supposed to be a lesbian, and clearly she's not a lesbian. She's all hot and bothered for a somewhat in shape Vin Diesel. Her boobs.
You don't she wasn't doing that on purpose.
Yeah, I know that, but
I was like, what?
I was laughing.
She's there in front of the mirror. Ooh, I hope Riddick's looking.
You're so stupid. Josh.
Well, hey, she had the blinds open. She wanted somebody to look.
Oh, touche.
She's there like, oh, hey, Riddick.
She puts on her sunglasses and takes them on and off, like winking at him.
Mm-hmm.
Get it? Because Riddick wears the goggles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. That is a mess up. How the crap did he fix his goggles? Remember?
I don't know.
Like, pretty much, it was missing the strap, and all of a sudden he makes an exact, like, brand new strap that fits perfectly with the goggles.
See, he made rubber out there, and then he formed it.
Pretty much, that's exactly what happened.
He told his dad to go find him some rubber, and so he got a black condom, and then he formed it to make a strap. And then it was like, yes, perfect. Then he slaps it on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. All right. Any other thoughts on this film?
Mm-mm.
Oh, another thing, though, is that he actually didn't really make that many weapons.
Yeah, like on the... When he was by himself. When did he make like a knife and then...
Yeah, he made a knife, and then he made pretty much like a... I guess like a very crude axe.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, that's true, too. The funny part is, like, could have made a bow and arrow. Pretty much it was like the beginning of the film was like Castaway. Castaway Vin Diesel as Riddick.
Because like usually he just makes like a whole bunch of different knives and all that.
That's what I was thinking too. Like he would have gotten a blade at some point. But man, he could have been like on the movie The Hunted, like Tommy Lee Jones making his own knife.
Making a knife out of rock.
That's right. That's a real survivor, man, right there.
And then pretty much once he gets to the outpost, he's gonna be like Benicio del Toro and melting metal and making a new knife.
I was gonna say they should have sent out Tommy Lee Jones out there to go find him. That way, and be like, if I'm not back in a week, I'm dead. No. But all right. So yeah, like any other thoughts, Josh, on this film?
Nah, that was right.
Whoa, what is that?
Macho coughing.
Oh, jeez, freaked me out. Got a dog
Little bear.
coughing.
You okay?
All right. So thoughts on a possible Riddick or?
I'm pretty sure they're gonna make a sequel or a prequel.
I
They
don't.
should go with the origin story.
When you watch
Because
the sequel or prequel.
the thing is, though, Butcher Bay takes place before Pitch Black. That's the reason why Johns is chasing after him, is because he escaped from the prison Butcher Bay.
That's a good one. I think that'd be interesting to see in a film. But if they made that film, would you watch it?
Yeah, I'd watch it.
But the thing is, though, too, I think what hurts it though is that obviously Vin Diesel's older, and then you're gonna have that guy playing Johns. He's gonna be older.
Johns was never in the video game. Actually, no, he actually was. Yeah, Johns puts him in Butcher Bay, but then Vin Diesel escapes.
You think Riddick ever taunted Johns by going to the toilet and be like, "Hey, Johns, I'm using a John.
Yeah.
I'm peeing in a John.
Mm-hmm.
Taking a crap in a John."
Calm down.
All right. Anyway, Sherry, would you watch the sequel or a prequel to the Riddick chapter? I guess.
Yeah, why not?
Doesn't matter. You're not gonna remember anyways.
Probably won't. There you go. It's fine.
So obviously, Josh, you would. I don't know. I think the thing is though, it's like I think what hurt him is, and as they said in interviews with Chronicles of Riddick, they really went over the top with. Excuse me. They really went over the top with it, and then like obviously it didn't work out as well as they wanted to, and so now like obviously with this third film, they're like, oh, we're gonna tone it down. We're gonna go back to the well. So I think in the next sequel or prequel or whatever, as long as they don't make it too close to Pitch Black, I don't know. I don't know.
The funny part, though, is that if they make Escape from Butcher Bay, it's actually going to be... It would actually have to be a big budget movie. Because it pretty much takes place in a prison.
It's going to be like Escape Plan. Sylvester Stallone.
That's what happens, because... I don't know, I don't really want to give away the game.
No, that's fine. But, I don't know, like I said, as long as they keep it interesting, I think that's the problem. It's like, a lot of, they try to make sequels because, like, you know, the previous film or whatever made a bunch of money. So, like, oh, we gotta make another one. And then it's not as good or as sharp as the previous one or the one before that. So, like I said, as long as it's got that going for it, I'll be fine to watch it, you know. Because I do like the Riddick character. It's a good character, you know. And there's a lot of potential and, you know, and so many things you can do with the character as far as storylines go. Because pretty much it's like, I want to say it's like an homage to Snake Plissken almost, I think, in my opinion. Because obviously he's supposed to be like the greatest guy to, you know.
I don't think he's considered the greatest guy.
Not the greatest guy, but...
Daniel it is.
So he's the greatest guy you'll ever meet.
So he's a good guy. He's a good fella. No, but I was saying, like, you know, he's supposed to be, like, the greatest criminal, like, you know, who can kind of get out of anything, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so it's like, if you need something done, like, or you need a bad guy, you send him in. And, so, yeah, like I said, what?
So you mean a bad guy with principles?
Uh-huh. So, guy's got more. But, all right. So that's the end of this chapter here.
Yep. You're licking my leg.
Uh-huh. Not me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Riddick kept making those sexual references to this lady. I was like, geez, he must have been on that planet for a really long time. Okay.
He has a lot of sexual frustration to release.
Did it rape a man?
That's terrible.
So I think you should have said that line from Face Off about peaches.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, so you can like and subscribe to us on iTunes under the Movie Trio Podcast. We're also at Facebook at the Movie Trio Podcast, at gmail.com, the Movie Trio Podcast. Is it the Movie Trio Podcast at gmail.com? Or is it the Movie Trio? I don't know. And we're also on Twitter at The Movie Trio. Like I said, recommend, subscribe. All that information is located in each episode box, so if you need to refer back to it, you can. It's available at any point in time. Like I said, subscribe, share your thoughts. Download the episodes. Make a mixtape, like I say all the time. So give it to your favorite gal or guy. So share it with somebody you love. You can play it at a party. Anyways, nobody finds that funny at all.
Not at all.
You don't want to hear about, man, we played your podcast at a birthday party.
It'd be terrible.
It's at a 5-year-old's birthday party.
I think it'd be like, why would you want to play that at a birthday party?
And the funny part is, if they played it at a little kid birthday party, it's nothing of Sherry cussing all over the place.
You're stupid.
Alright, so
well, if you do, happy birthday.
Happy birthday from the Movie Trio.
yeah, right. But alright, so for the review of Riddick and the Movie Trio, I am Daniel.
I'm Sherry.
I'm Josh. And
I was just thinking about it, and Riddick, when he comes over the little walkie-talkie, should have called John Boy. Say anything, Josh.
I don't really got anything.
Oh wait, I was gonna say, it should say Save the Planet, but that's Babylon 80.
No, I was like, that's a completely different movie, but okay. So just for you, save the planet.
You know what? I was just thinking about it. It should have been crap. What was it in Pitch Black that you just said? Oh, not for me.
So not for me.